How about the NFC East, boys? How do we feel about the NFC East? What are our questions going into that division for the entire division itself, the teams, or a player?
I can't wait to bring this up. I have a question for you guys.
My question.
Go ahead.
My question's pretty simple. It's are we going to see another repeat new winner? We've all seen the graphic. There's been a new winner in the division every year for like 20 years. Is it going to be the Cowboys, Commanders, or Giants? It's not going to be the Eagles.
I actually don't. I'm going to be the weird one out here. And you know how I like my history in terms of like seeing what's happened in the past. I actually attribute that to more of a coincidence. I think the division has been good, and I think there's been mixed winners. But I just think that there hasn't been a repeat just by sheer luck. That's just how I feel about it.
I agree.
Yep.
I actually I have a question here. Is Chuck going to predict the Giants win this division with Jameis?
Oh, man, I wanted to so bad. I wanted to so bad. I think the Giants are going to be decent, but nah. Now, do you want to know who I picked out of the three I mentioned? Cowboys, Commanders, Giants?
Probably the Cowboys.
Ding, 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 ding.
So I have a question
I've got
leading
the
to the
Dallas
Cowboys,
Cowboys.
man. I got a question for you guys, and I want you to think long and hard about this. Pause.
Resume.
Do the Cowboys have any identity on the field?
Yes.
Can you tell me what the identity is?
Suck each other off in the stands.
Is the identity in the room?
It feels like ages ago when we remember them as a pass rush turnover happy defense, and then a lights out pass offense.
I think they're still a lights out pass offense. I think
I'm so
Kojo,
high on
you
the
hate Dak
Cowboys.
Prescott, but I think Dak Prescott's really good, man.
He can sling it, no doubt.
He's
Dak
good.
can sling it. The Cowboys are about to find their identity this draft. I think the Cowboys are bringing a superstar into this offense. Me personally, I think that Matt Eberflus is going to whip this defense into shape quickly and effectively. I've got the Cowboys immediately as a top 16 defense in the NFL, and that's going to be important because Dak can sling the rock. And if they get Tet McMillan or an Omarion Hampton or even an Amike Egbuka, someone to get the pressure off CeeDee Lamb, this offense can go.
I think
Gotta
that's
stay healthy.
Very fair. Yeah,
Gotta
without
stay
a
healthy.
doubt. They lose Zach Martin. That's a big piece on the offensive line they're losing. Big piece.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and
Chuck,
I
I just
think the
feel
Eagles
like
are going to be really good again. I have the Eagles and Cowboys both with fantastic regular season records, but I've got the Cowboys winning the division. Look at that record. I might be too big into I might be the biggest record guy in the media right now. Pull up the Cowboys schedule. Tell me that isn't a 12-plus win team. Any given, like you said, if they stay healthy, any given Cowboys season in the last 5 years, as we've known them with Dak, they'd win 12 games with this schedule.
I mean,
No,
yeah.
I think that's fair. I think it's fair, but I'll take.
That's
go ahead,
going to be a
Greg.
big problem for the Eagles.
I was going to say with the whole scheduling, I agree with you, Chuck, but a lot of times the third best team in the division isn't going to be the third best team in the division. They might end up being the best team in the division. It's hard to be either just as good as you were last year or to be worse than you were last year. Like it can be difficult. So the scheduling is, for me personally, is a little misconstrued sometimes.
That's fair. I think one thing is that the Cowboys, we always mention this every offseason, right? They're the one piece away team in the media, which is maybe part of Jerry Jones' geniusness. But my problem is I just see this team and there being an excuse for some reason in December or January. And to me, I'm just not super high on them. I think they can have a great season, but a great regular season.
I agree, Phil. Took the words out of my mouth. I personally have the Manders and Eagles over the Cowboys, but When they may have a good regular season, like majority of the time they do. This is my gripe with them is there's so much hype. Regular season comes playoffs. Hey, we're playing fairy tales out there. So
Let me ask y'all just a little fun question, I guess, like a would you rather, or what's more likely, actually? What's more likely? Is it more likely that the Giants don't finish last in the division, or that the Cowboys make the NFC Championship?
The Giants finishing last in the division is more likely.
yeah, agreed.
No, I'm saying not finishing last. They're either third,
Yeah.
second, or first.
Oh, by far more likely. By
Yeah,
far more likely.
I
If you said
still agree.
if you said last place, Grant, I still think it's more likely. That's how I feel. I don't. The Cowboys won't make the NFC Championship. Simply put.
I think the Eagles are obviously stacked, and I think Jaden Daniels is the real deal. I think it's more likely the Cowboys make the NFC Championship. And I know, like, they don't do that. I don't see this Giants team beating out the Commanders, Eagles,
Or Cowboys.
or Cowboys.
Yeah.
I will say, you guys, we haven't talked about, because we're talking about this division, the Super Bowl champions in this division, and they kept Vic Fangio.
They're going to be good. They're going to be
That-
good, man. There's no
One of my
reason-
questions was, I actually erased one of my questions, which was, will this Eagles defense be better than they were last year?
No, they lost a lot. They lost.
Yeah.
They lost what, 6 starters?
But-
it was.
I don't think it was that
Yeah,
much.
a lot of
but
D
they lost
linemen
them.
guys.
But
Yeah,
my
they
thought
lost
was
Milton
is
Williams. They lost Josh Sweat.
they did lose
They
Josh
lost-
Sweat.
They lost all their veteran
Chauncey
defensive
Gardner-Johnson.
backs.
They lost, and they lost
Slay.
Slay, and they lost Bradbury, but Bradbury wasn't really playing at that point.
Yeah, they lost.
My
yeah,
thing
those guys
was
were veterans.
with Vic Fangio's coaching and those rookies who ISO was quick to turn on in the Super Bowl right before the Super Bowl started. Will those sophomore seasons for those rookies, now that they have this championship experience under their belt, like I was talking about not even 2 months ago, will that push them to be, again, that elite number one defense? I don't know. That was why I was erasing my question because I didn't ask it. But
I mean, it's
wasn't
kind
sure.
of a funny question because mine's that exact same question, but on the flip side, and it was, will this offense slow down without Kellen Moore?
I do think yes, personally, but I don't know by how much. I still feel like Jalen Hurts is elite, and I still think all the pieces around that offense is elite. So
I worry about
meshing.
some of the other players other than Jalen Hurts and maybe the big time players on the offensive line being filled essentially. And
Yeah,
do
but
we
what
have to
filling
work
needs to
for?
happen? Like you gotta. It's crazy. It's crazy how loaded they are. Like the offensive line is unbelievably talented. The running back, unbelievably talented. Quarterback, unbelievably talented. Wide receiver group, unbelievably talented. Like
Talent can
where are
only
even
take
the
you so far,
holes?
though.
I don't know. They're all good
This
everywhere.
is football. If you don't have a good play caller who accommodates their scheme to your players, you're done.
Yeah,
I do agree, and we saw that with this Eagles team before.
We
But
did.
what I will say is that team didn't have Saquon Barkley, and
That
seems
team
like he
still had Nick Sirianni.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about Nick. I'm saying is that team didn't have Saquon, and I feel like he cures those hidden holes.
I mean, do we really think there's going to be that big of a change? I will agree, like there will be maybe a slight decline, but wasn't there hire for the OC? It wasn't an internal hire.
It could have been. I haven't checked up on it actually, Koja.
It just, I think it was. Just, as a guy, I didn't know.
It would be a smart move by them.
I think it was, but like it wouldn't. I don't know if it would be a drastic change. He's going to probably, especially as coming in as OC, I would imagine he's going to try and keep things somewhat the same.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, change a few things. I don't see a huge decline there, but I can definitely see a slight one.
He was in fact promoted.
There you go.
I've got it. Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders, Giants.
Wow.
And I have it Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, Giants.
Can we
I got
back
it.
up a second?
I got it. Commanders, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants.
Grant, not even a month ago, you were getting You were getting the crap beat out of you.
I actually agree. It's a weird set of circumstances, but the Eagles aren't winning the division again.
That team is so good, though, bro.
So what?
I have.
With you, Grant.
Oh, he's gonna give us crap about Drake May because we can't put our finger on it. Oh, and then he's gonna turn around and have the Eagles in third place.
The offense has to prove to me. That's my.
What do I have to prove?
prove that they can be the same offense.
I have Eagles, Manders, Cowboys, Giants. I'm surprised we didn't stop at Chuck's because he had the Eagles at 3 too. I mean,
No, I didn't. I had
okay.
Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders, Giants.
Gosh, bro, I was about to say.
No, yeah, Grant's the first one that said that. I think
I think they make the playoffs. I think 3 teams in the NFC East get in. I'm not saying they don't make the playoffs.
I don't think that slightly.
I agree, Fogel.
I see this being like the NFC North last year.
Oh, crack.
Who was smoking crack?
All right, where do we?
I'm
snoring
with you.
baby powder.
We didn't get into records, but like I have this division being really good.
Yeah, I agree. Where
I
do
can't
we?
wait.
Where do we rank this division along the scale? We've already got, one team filled. I've got it at 3. Cap. I'm going 2. They're 2.
Yeah, I was personally thinking 2. I think two's the right number there.
I have it at 3.
I have it at number 1. It's my number 1 best division in football. The NFC East.
Okay.
Is it because the quarterbacks?
It's 3 good teams, and I think the Giants are going to be feisty.
I was waiting for you to say it's 3 good teams and Jameis Winston.
Oh yeah, I should have said 4 elite quarterbacks, but I think the football in the NFC East is going to be really good this year.